Reading Part 4, Understanding Viewpoints, Tips and Strategies. How to read the text. Read in full sentence mode, not vocabulary mode. This will help you read faster because you're not focusing on vocabulary. You only need to focus on vocabulary when it's related to a question directly. This means your focus should be on understanding ideas and meaning more than specific words. Read and repeat main ideas in your mind. This will help you keep the information. Often, students struggle to keep information while they're reading. For that reason, after each sentence, you should try to repeat something from what you just read. Do not try to understand everything. It's not important to understand every part of the text. It is better to scan everything and focus on finishing reading everything. Remember, most likely you don't need to get CLB 12, so not everything is important. Overthinking wastes time. How to manage time effectively. You have 13 minutes to complete part 4. Follow a text question method. First, read the top part of the text, at least one complete paragraph. If paragraphs are long, read about 5 sentences. Next, check the questions to see if they relate to what you read. You may not get the correct answer right away, but you can eliminate answers, or you can try and guess some answers. Then read another paragraph or part. Then check the questions again. Follow this process until reading the final paragraph or part. Then check your answers and make final choices. This part should take you about 9 to 10 minutes. For the opinion message, follow a sentence by sentence method. Read each sentence until one question and some of the next sentence after the question. This will help you understand the specific context of the sentence. This part should take you about 2 to 3 minutes. Make sure to have everything answered by 30 seconds remaining. The computer stops automatically and you cannot answer anymore when the time is complete. So here we have sample part 4, reading for viewpoints from the CELPIP website. So according to our guide to manage our time effectively, we should read part by part. This is especially important for lower levels, we need to try to get as much information as possible. So I would read to about here, and then I would check the questions to see if any of these 5 questions at the top relate. Then I would read the next part, and then I would check the questions again. This part here, then check the questions, that part here, questions, then this part here, and then the questions, and then the last part. And then we really look at the questions again there. Then for the response email or message, here's a comment made by a visitor. So this is an opinion related to this text on the left. So we should try to read sentence by sentence to make sure we understand the context very well. Each sentence will give its own idea related to this message. So a sentence by sentence strategy is better for the opinion comment. What information to focus on the most? Understand the main topic or issue being discussed. You must understand the main issue. Usually, we can understand it from the first paragraph. This is very important to understand the different viewpoints related to the main issue or topic. Understand the different viewpoints to the main issue or topic. Usually, there will be 2 or 3 different views related to the topic which are expressed. Focus on how the views are different, how they agree or disagree, what's similar, what do they differ on. Lastly, read between the lines. This means ideas may not be clearly stated literally from word to word or sentence to sentence, but they are suggested. A clear example of this is read between the lines. This expression suggests that you need to understand the meaning, which the sentences are not saying clearly, but are suggesting. This is more important for higher levels. However, it will help all levels comprehend better. Responding the questions. Connect the keywords of the question to the text. Make sure to understand what viewpoint the question is relating to. Rephrase into a question if the questions are a statement. This will help you understand the question more clearly. Focus on how the views agree or disagree. The answers may not be in order. Often, the question answers could be located throughout the text, especially when the questions are about the overall meaning. Sometimes views are expressed in different parts. 2 or 3 questions could be about the overall meaning of the issue. Some questions are about how speakers agree or disagree. Eliminate wrong answers. Finding which answers are wrong is as important as finding the answer. Usually, two answers are very wrong because they do not connect well. For the remaining answers, look closely at what is different between them to better select the correct answer. Selecting the answers, questions 1 to 6. Focus on vocabulary association. This will help you connect to the specific part of the paragraph. Focus on the view expressed. Synonyms will be important here. Focus on idea association. Often, answers will be the same idea rephrased. So, try to rephrase what the views are to better understand the answers. Focus on how views agree or disagree. Many questions are about the different views expressed, so keep in mind what is different about the different views and how they relate to the main issue or topic. Ask yourself, how do they agree? How do the views disagree? Focus on meaning. Some answers require understanding of the complete context more than specific information. So we should understand what the views are suggesting throughout. Sometimes sentences can mean more than the words they use. For example, expressions, idioms, and slang. So looking here at our sample, when we look at the questions, it's very important to try to understand the key words. It says least attractive to the laid off employees. Also, which option? Probably talks about which options here. So the keywords of the question will connect us to that part of the reading. What do David and Ginny have in common? So in here I see Ginny, and over here we must have David. There's David. So we need to understand their views. What did Ginny say? What does David think, or what do they have in common? Also, we see here David would agree with Janice. So again, it's about understanding the different views of everyone and connecting first to the questions. And then when we select the answers, very important here is, like it says, vocabulary association. So affordable, relocation, retirement. We need to associate or relate that vocabulary to what is mentioned in the text. Is it similar? Is it the same? This is where synonyms become very important. And lastly, what we could say is about idea association, or in this case, views. Ginny and David would agree that. So we need to understand their views or their ideas over here. We need to understand what Ginny said and what David said to better understand the answer selection. Keep in mind, here we have agree. What do they agree on? We also need to think about what do they disagree on. Answering the opinion post, questions 6 to 10. Read sentence by sentence. We need to understand the context of each sentence to understand the connection to the main issue or topic. Keep in mind the different views expressed. You could read the next sentence for better connection and understanding. All choices are possible or could be possible, but only one connects. The choices are all possible because they were written in the main reading. Keep in mind the different views expressed. Often, the writer debates the different views, agrees with one, disagrees with another. Keep in mind connecting words and words of agree or disagree. Eliminate wrong answers. Finding which answers are wrong is as important as finding the answer. Usually, two answers are very wrong because they do not connect well. For the remaining answers, look closely at what is different between the answers to better select the correct one. Looking now at the opinion post, which is question 6 to 10. So, this opinion post is another person's opinion. So, this opinion is based on this reading, this article. So, someone is giving their opinion or what they think about this article. So, in here, we need to read, as we said, sentence by sentence. You see here, in my opinion. And we need to try to think, what does this person think about what is being spoken here? What about the topic? So it says here, when I was laid off, I was certainly not offered. So something related specifically to what they mentioned here, probably about when they were laid off. And also, many times we have I agree with the person. So we need to keep in mind, it says I agree with the person about what part. What opinion does this person have of what the views in here were? There will be a connection between this opinion and the views here. Either agree or disagree. As always, here, vocabulary association means finding synonyms or relating the vocabulary, and the ideas will be important. That is the end of reading part 4 understanding viewpoints, tips, and strategies.